Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos, and welcome to part two. If you haven't seen part one of this video series, I highly recommend that you watch it, as this is part two. This is a continuation of that video. So if you can see here, this is where we left off, and we're using PixInsight, right? And we are editing the Rosette Nebula to achieve a Hubble palette look. You can see here, this is the final image, uh, and this is where we're at right now. So we are gonna just pick up where we left off, and just want to do a quick recap of what we achieved so far. So we are following this document uh, that I put together when I edited this nebula. And you can find this in the description below, along with all the different tools that I used. But basically, what we did was we prepared the image for color enhancement. So we did steps one all the way to let's see to 14, and that is the whole preparation of the image. Uh, we did all sorts of color calibration, uh, and split sharpen the image, or did some deconvolution, remove the noise, split the channels into RG and B, then recombine them into O3 and HA. Then we recombined those two channels uh, to make a color image, and then we applied a luminance layer to that image. Then we used Bill's SHO normalization tool to end up with an image looking like this. Okay, I do realize that it does look a little bit different. Um, this image has a little bit more red in it, and that's okay. Um, it does look a little bit different. I'm not sure why does it look different, but it still looks good. In fact, I actually prefer this image that we got now, because I feel like the colors are a little bit better defined, in the sense of the reds, the yellowish, and then the green bluish color. They are in their respective areas. So I feel like this is going to be probably better to work with. We're at this step, and the next thing, if we go back to the document, the next thing, step 15 is, now the fun begins, and the curves transformation are up to taste. Yes, they are. You don't necessarily have to follow every single thing that I do. You can do whatever you find, pleasing. And uh, basically, what I explain here is I wanted to achieve my own version of the Hubble palette. And yes, feel free to create your own colors from this point forward. And also experiment with the different options Bill offers of the HSO and the HOO. And basically, what that means is if you download all these different tools, you have version 3, 4, and 5. So you can mess around with those. I did mess around with them. I found that version 5 is the one that I like the most, but I did mess around with the different versions, and I believe you can also. Bill explains this very well in one of his videos, but you can mess around with these numbers as well to achieve a different result. But I am not going to do that. Excuse me. So here we are. So what's the next step? Well, what I will do, and this is, again, take this with a grain of salt, because first of all, I am not going to be able to achieve the image that what is it? This image. I highly doubt that I'll be able to achieve this image. Again, I am a beginner, I think, still, and you can almost say I achieved this by luck. Uh, not really. It was just more like trial and error, and just trying out different things that I liked, and then got to this point where I actually liked it. I think it will be it would not be a realistic expectation if I said, well, I am going to achieve the same colors today in this video. If I do, I will be very surprised. But I think I can sort of get you there. And again, you can do your own things and to taste. So the first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to now utilize the masks, right? The color masks. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to isolate this blue. So I am going to just pick the blue mask and just drag it and drop it in there. Okay, so there it is. Um, One of the things I realized is the corners here. Um, it seems like it's going to start uh, coloring this as blue as well. So I don't want that. So I'm going to use the histogram transformation and make sure I select the where's that image? The blue mask. Oh, there it is. I'm going to create a preview. And now I'm basically just gonna, let's see, I don't want to cut out too much of it. Uh, let's see, is that too much? Maybe, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that and let's see what happens. Actually, I didn't apply it. There it is. And then the other thing that comes with the masks is to blur these masks because that just looks aggressive. So now you have your mask blurred out. You just pick it, you drop it in there. You can minimize this. And then I am going to first, which says show mask, and I'm going to disable that. The mask is there, um, you just can't see it. So now I'm going to do a curves transformation. So you can go to process, intensity transformation, curve transformation, or I actually have it here. The one thing that I didn't mention is all these tools, right? I didn't come up with these tools. I actually downloaded them from Luke. I believe his channel is Lucomatico. I believe that's what his channel is. He has it on his page, actually on his YouTube channel on the description. In one of his videos, he has the link to his Google Drive where he has uh, basically a copy of this where you can just all these tools, including Bill's masks, where you can just drag it into here and you can just have it there with you. So I apologize. I didn't give Luke any credit. Uh, this is also yeah, it's in my website. So this base setup document, that's exactly what that is. So you download it, and then you bring that into PixInsight, and it create this menu for you. So it's easier for you to access these tools. So now that I got that out of the way, I am here in color curves transformation and do a preview. And then we're going to take the blue channel and we're just going to, let's see, let's just fill this around here. Okay, so we're just going to pick this up right here. and just bring this up. And you see the blue coming in? Let's do small. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Um, I actually like it. I don't like to make the whole thing blue. I only like to make a portion of the nebula blue. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna accept that. Let's reset it. And there you go. See, so it's just a little bit. And if I show you here, actually, if I go back to my image, yeah, you can see here, not the whole thing is blue. It's really these areas right here that's blue. And I like that. I don't want this area here to be blue. Um, so yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. But it's up to you. If you want to make things more blue, then if you want to make the whole area blue, what you can do is before you apply the mask, you can do this step where you apply a curve transformation of blue, and it will sort of make this whole thing blue in here. Okay, so that's the blue. I'm actually there's a little bit of red that I want to kick back because it's looking a little purplish to me. So I'm gonna bring down the red just a tiny bit. Well, if I create a preview, I can see what I'm doing. And you can see it turns more into blue. If I do it too much, you see how that changes? That's what we want to do. We want to change it into that blue, and I like that. And we're gonna accept it. So there you go. I really like this blue. Yeah, love it. Again, if I haven't said this yet, subtle colors, okay? Like don't don't be too eager to just dump a bunch of blue in here. You can always do that later. Take it one step at a time. Add your colors little by little, and I'm telling you, it's gonna benefit you at the end. You're gonna be able to get a great result. If you just flood this with blue, it's gonna start clipping data, and you just don't want to go there this early because we still have a long way to go. So I've done, I think, as much blue. Let me try one more thing, and that is this B right here. This is very useful for making things blue. So if I just click, I'm just clicking and just dragging around this area, and it's telling me over here where that color is. So if I just go here and drag this down a little bit, you see it starts to become blue and more blue. I don't want to do this all the way because you see it just that looks worse than a Smurf. So just a tiny little bit, and that's it. That's as much as I want to go. Yeah, let's close this preview. Yeah, that's as much as I want to go. We'll close this. Let's close the mask because we're done with that mask. Now we want to focus on the yellow and the red. So we're gonna try a few things here. Again, I haven't rehearsed this, so we'll see how things go. But this looks pretty yellow. Let's see the yellow mask, how it does. Oh, that is really nice. So great. So we have quite a bit of yellow here, and we don't have to do anything to it. So all we have to do is just the blur the mask, take it, dump it in there. Okay, keep that mask there. We just double check that our mask is not showing good and that it's not inverted because I've made that mistake before. And then we're gonna do again curves transformation. Gonna make a preview, and then we're gonna remain in this B component, and then we're gonna let me take some of this yellow and bring that in. Yee, okay, that's quite a bit of yellow. Oh, you see, you can get all crazy with colors here. Like you can really um, do some damage here. I think I want to make that red instead. Let's try the red channel. Okay, so that's a bit red. And then the highlights, bring that down a little bit. Okay, I am sort of liking that. You can bring that red down even more. But that's fine. I'm gonna leave it there because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the green and I'm gonna give it a hint of green. Oh, there you go. You see how the green starts to make things pop? Yeah, I really like that. So I'm gonna leave it there. And yeah, let's apply that first. Let's just take a look at it. Yeah, you can see how this image is starting to look really good. And if we compare it to what we've made before, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. You can see this area needs to be a little more red. This yellow obviously needs to be a little bit more yellow. But yeah, and we haven't applied any saturation yet, so that's good to keep these colors faint like this. That's actually really good. So what we're gonna do is let's continue working on the yellow. Preview, then let's go to the B. And then those highlights, let's give it a little bit of yellow. A little bit here, maybe. Yeah, I like that. Again, small adjustments. They go a long way. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm digging it. Mess around with this red a little bit more. Again, I need a preview. I can do this just a little bit. Bring this down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what it looked like before. Okay, before I did that red. Okay, I'll take that. I'm gonna get rid of the mask. Now I want to apply a red mask. I'm gonna start working on that outside. Let's see how it looks. Not very good. So if that's what happens, let's try the yellow again. Yeah, so you see you get a lot more coverage with the yellow. So it seems like yellow is gonna have to be the way to do this. So yeah, we just apply the blur, put the mask in there, and it seems like that's the way we're gonna have to achieve our red. So curves, reset everything, and let's apply a little bit more red. See, I wouldn't want to do that. See, that's too much. Again, you want to do things very subtle. Bring this down, and again, the green is really what balances out that red. So if you add the green to it, now you see the yellow really starting to pop, and that's a bit too much for me. So I'm gonna take the red back. Hmm. You can see, guys, how there isn't really a cookie cutter for this. Um, you can really mess around with these colors. That seems to be getting a bit more goldish. I'm not sure if I like that. Yeah, give it a little more of that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about that. So I just reset it and just go back to the yellow. Okay, I'm digging this. I'm liking it. Okay, yeah. So you can do that. And then what I'll do is I'll bring down a little bit of that green. Okay, then a little bit of the red. Eh, I'm not too crazy. It's just this yellow. I want this yellow to look more like gold. It's looking really, really yellow, and I'm not a fan of that. So we'll bring this back. Okay, okay, it's looking like it's getting somewhere. Ooh, okay, let's leave it at that. We've achieved a goldish, yellowish color um, that I'm not very thrilled about that. And if you look at the other image, yeah, I mean, again, there's going to be another step to this, and I'm going to take this outside of PixInsight to further color enhance and really dig into those um, reds and yellows and mess around with them. So let's do one more red um, curve transformation. I just really want to, yeah, you see, when I bring in the red, it looks more like orange. Really don't want that. I kind of want that. Let's see if I mess around with the blue. Yeah, we'll bring more of a purple. Okay, I like that. You're gonna hear that a lot. I like that. I like this. I don't like that. Okay, so this looks really good actually. And again, there hasn't been any saturation done to this, so I like it. I am digging it, and I'm actually gonna leave it as it is. Again, guys, you can spend hours and hours on this, and that's exactly what I did, and that's how I achieved the image that I posted. Because this was just a trial and error for me. Because I wanted a specific color, and to get there, I didn't really know how to get there. So I just kept trying and trying and trying and trying until I got there. I was going for this color, for that orangey, yellowish, goldish look to it. That is very hard to achieve on the first try. Um, and yeah, so we're gonna leave it there. Uh, the next thing, and let me see if I got into details here. I don't think I did, but yeah, curve transformation. I went into it a little bit. And yeah, enhance the red, and then step 19: export the image to Affinity Photos for color enhancement. Now you can use Photoshop or any other image processing software that you have. Whatever you're comfortable with, you can use that. And then that's how this image came out. So went from this to something looking a little bit like this, and then after the color enhancement, that's what this looked like. So it's not too far from this. It's not. It just needs a little more encouragement, to be honest. So there are two things that I want to do here in PixInsight before I take them out of PixInsight and go to another software. And there are tools that I it wasn't until I found out about them in a video that it really just blew my mind. I mean, they're almost like hidden, but they make a big impact. And the first one, they're located in the scripts. So if you go to the scripts and you go to utilities, there are two tools here. There's the dark structure enhance, and then there is the background enhance. Let's do a background enhance first. See what that how that goes. Okay, so the first thing I do is I zoom to fit, and then before I click preview, I'm gonna check this amount, and I'm gonna dial that back to 20, 0.20. And then I'm just gonna click preview. And it's gonna do its thing, and it's gonna enhance this image. There you go. And then you can switch back and forth here between enhanced and original. So you can look at the original, enhanced, original, enhanced. Which one do you like better? I like the enhanced better. It's almost like it became brighter, and I like that. And if you're wondering or asking, like, well, I just lost a lot of my darks. Oh, we're gonna get that back with the next tool. It's almost like it gave it more clarity to the image. Like it's almost like you put a light behind the nebula, and all of a sudden it looks more clear. I like that at 20. And that's typically the number I use. 20, sometimes 17, but 20 is the number for sure. I'm gonna click OK, and it's gonna generate a bunch of different images. I close them all. I still don't know why it generates. That looks really cool. Like it looks like an abstract. Whoa, that is so cool. Anyways, I have no idea what those are. This is our new image, and it always labels it as final view. We don't need this image anymore, this image 19, but we're gonna just put it to the side just in case. And then we're gonna work on this final view. Zoom to fit, and it's looking pretty good. I like it. And then the next thing is gonna be utilities, and we're gonna do a dark structure enhance. This is where you're gonna get all your darks back and some. Now, this is a really powerful tool, so you want to dial this down. I think 17 is probably a good number. So let's click OK. It's going to do its thing, and you're going to see it. It's going to just get darker. Boom. Look at that. If I go back, forward, you see? You got all your darks back. This is looking awesome. I wonder if I can get away with 20. That's just me being greedy. Okay, let's go back. Utilities, dark structure enhance. Let's do 20. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Oh, yeah. Before, after, before, after. Love it. Yep. This looks really awesome. The one thing that I'm really excited about in this project is this little details right here. I've never seen that before on this nebula. And the fact that I was able to capture that with my one-shot color camera, I was just beyond myself. And in this enhanced image, you can see how those whites, I brought them up, and look, you can see them even better. Even this little pieces right here of nebulosity. I am loving it. So at this point, I think we are done here with this nebula. And I want to use another piece of software called Affinity Photos to enhance these colors even more. You can do it here in PixInsight. I just don't feel I don't feel comfortable doing it here, and I just don't have the knowledge to do it here. So I feel like I have better control in Affinity Photos. So I'm going to save this image, and we're going to keep it as final view, and let's put it on the desktop. Yeah, let's put it there, and let's keep it as a TIFF file. Save it. We keep it at 32-bit. okay? And it's saved. So we're gonna close this, we'll minimize it. And then, here's part one. Um, and then we're gonna open Affinity Photos. So here it is. And then we're gonna open this picture, desktop, and here it is. And there is the image, okay? And then what I do is I click on this icon here, that's it's a circle, and I go all the way to selective color. Now this is going to allow me to manipulate all the colors here. So the first thing, it's gonna be the reds. And you see, you can select all the different channels. And we're gonna go with the red. And here's where you can play around so much. I mean, I will spend hours here. You see where that red comes from? There it is. It wasn't red before, but it is now. There it is, that red. I can throw a bit of yellow in there. Makes it even more goldish. Ooh. And then I can reduce that red and make it darker, which is exactly what I want to do. Then I'm gonna go to the yellows. Whoa. You see? Whoa, I like that. Purple. No, too much. Take this yellows and ooh. Yeah, you can really mess around with this a lot. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Am I? Kind of like that. Okay, I guess I didn't have to touch the yellows at all. And then the blues. Okay, so the blues, I make it darker. So you can make it a little darker here. Pull off this yellow here. See? And it goes from the aqua to more bluish because you're pulling out the yellow out of the blue and green. Not out of out of the blue and yellow combination. Actually, you're adding more to it. Sorry. So you're making it more bluish. Here's more you taking away, so it's more. You, I don't understand this. Hold on. You're adding more yellow. So what makes yellow? It is blue and green. Yes. So the more yellow, that's right, the more green. The less yellow, the more blue. Okay, just wanted to set that straight. Okay, there it is. So I like that blue. And then I can always pull this back. I don't like that. I can make this bright. I don't like that either. I guess I'll just keep it in the middle. The other things that make a big difference here is the blacks. And that's where this whole image can take, especially the background. You can make it really dark like that. I don't like that at all. You can make it really bright. I really like this faint details in the back. Just gives it that nebula looking. Like here, it just looks, I don't know, like it's just cropped in. I like that. You can make the background more yellowish, more bluish, more purplish. Whoa, that's so cool. Or more greenish, more reddish, or bluish. You see, that's the thing. There's a lot of yellow here, so the minute you throw in some blue, it's going to turn green, and there's no green in space. So no, I don't want to mess around with any of these. Neutrals, you can make this nebula a little bit brighter, which I am. Whoa, either blue or yellowish. I like that. So you see, guys, it's just more trying what you like, what you don't like, and just messing around with the colors. I like that. Yeah, I'm digging it. Uh, Let me see if there's anything else I can do here. Let's go back to those reds and see what else can be done here. Whoa, that's really yellow. Yeah, so some people will probably like it like this way. It looks more like Hubble palette, but I like the reds in it. So I add a tad of that stuff. The purple just makes the red a little more angrier looking, which I like. See, if I take it away, it looks more yellowish. If I add it, looks darker. So just a hint of that. The same thing with the yellow. I like the yellow there. Yeah. Okay, so and then let's look at the blue one more time. Yeah, no, that's right where it's supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna merge this, and that basically means we just um added all the changes to it. And then the other thing that I want to do is I want to do some brightness and contrast. So just basically bring the contrast up a little bit. You can bring it up too much, and although it looks really cool, it doesn't look natural. But there's a happy medium there, just the right amount of contrast, and that seems to be the right amount right there. Brightness, make it brighter, darker. That's about right. Merge it. And the last thing I'm going to do is vibrance. And this I'm going to bring up. So it's kind of like your saturation. Yeah, I am loving it. That actually looks really good. And that's it. I'm going to go back to the selective colors. I see there's a bit of this yellow looks a little weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hmm, I like that. Merch. Okay. Okay. So we have this. This looks really good, and I'm ready to put some stars on this and call it a day. So let's take this back to PixInsight. So we're just gonna save it, and I'll just close this. Back to PixInsight, and then we're gonna open it. We're on the desktop. Final view. So open here. Boom. Wow, look at that. Come on. Look at this thing in comparison to this. How much better that looks. Yeah, you can tell I'm really excited about this. This is the final image. That's very close. Yeah, that is very close. Wow, that's so awesome. Okay, so this final view image, um, we don't need it anymore. So we're just gonna park it here. And then this new full view, we're just gonna call this Starless. Oh, there's already one named Starless. Okay, so you'll be Starless too. Okay, so what is the next step here? Well, let's look at the document. So we did this. Now we're gonna work on the stars. What I'm going to do is I'm just gonna use the stars that I saved at the beginning that I took out and use those. yeah, these are the stars that I took with the L Extreme filter, and I'm gonna put these stars back into the image. Most people, this is what they do anyway, so I feel like this will be more realistic to what most people do. I just took the stars uh, in a different I wanted really to get the stars through a different filter so they could be brighter, but it's not a huge deal. So I'm not going to use this, so I'm going to close it, and I'm going to actually work on the stars that I took out from that same image. So if I go here, and again, this has already been calibrated and actually reduced with the blur exterminator. So it's still in linear form. So I'm gonna take that and reset it, and then I'm gonna do a histogram transformation on it. And this is called stars L extreme. Okay, so I'm gonna do stretch of preliminary stretch. Okay, reset that, go again, and you want to kind of be careful because you don't want to go too much. I think that's about right. Let's look at the stars. Yeah, you can probably go a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that's our stars. That looks really good. Bunch of different colors. The other thing that I like to do, and I don't really know if this is the right way of doing it, but this is how I do it, and that is I create a luminance layer from the stars, um, and then I'm gonna do a histogram transformation on that, and just make the star a little bit bigger, kind of to create a mask. Close that, close this, and then I'm gonna take those stars, that luminance layer, and just drop it as a mask. Now I'm gonna do invert the mask, and then I'm gonna show mask. So now I don't see the mask anymore, but it's there, and it's in the background. So, and then I'm gonna go to a curves transformation, and the first thing that I want to do is I want to create a preview. So again, that blank sheet of paper, create a preview, go to the preview, and then in curves transformation, you're gonna make basically a preview of the preview. But I just want to look at the stars closely, and I'm gonna go to the RGBK um, area here, and I'm gonna bring down this much. You see how they get dimmer? And that's basically doing star reduction. I don't need to go too crazy because these stars have been reduced, but just to get rid of some of those background stars, just a little bit, just to clean up the area a little bit. Okay. Let's close this preview and let's apply this to the image. Okay. Okay. Delete the mask. That looks good. If I go back, you see they look bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. That's what we want. Okay. Close that. Let's get rid of the mask. Okay. So we're ready to put the stars back into the image. And you might find that you don't like it. You might want to do some more work on the stars. And actually, most of the time, that's what I find, that I don't like it and I want to do more work on it. So, but this is just showing you the steps. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rename this to just stars. I'm going to put this to the side. Okay. It's there. And then our starless image, we're going to rename, oh, starless. Okay, I got rid of that other image that was named starless, so that's why I'm able to name this starless. So we go to the document all the way to the end. There's a formula here to combine your stars with your starless image. And the reason for that is if you just, and there's a video of this out there, if you just um, go to Pixel Math, let's go to Pixel Math. And if you just go here and you just add the stars with your starless, your stars are going to be bloated. And that's because you're compiling the pixels one on top of the other. And so you want to run this formula. There's a very long explanation as to why, and I don't know how to explain it, but you can watch, there's videos on YouTube on how to do that. So I'm just going to copy and paste that here. And then I'm just simply just going to click and drag, and boom, there are the stars. That's a really nice star. I basically go by that one star. If that star looks good, the whole thing looks good. And I'm going to close and zoom to fit. And I just want to take a look around the stars. Yeah, they look really nice. And I love that they have the different colors. See, that one is some more reddish. These are more reddish stars. That's more white. Yeah, reddish stars. Guys, this looks really good. Again, you can make your stars smaller if you want. But this is it. So I've gone from beginning to end on how to create this image. We went from a very not so good looking image to a very nice image. So basically, yeah, from this to that, this is the calibrated image. And actually, if I take this image and I just go back all the way to the beginning, oops, no, not now. Yeah, that's what it looked like. So we went from this to this. How awesome is that? And if you've been following along, uh, your image should look something like this. I mean, this is 14 hours of data, so the details are different, right? But um, your colors should look something like this, no matter um, how much data you took. So this is it. I don't think there's anything else to explain, um, other than just I want to encourage you to mess around with all these colors, mess around with the different color masks. Um, and I mean, Bill has done an amazing job providing these tools for us that don't understand pixel math so much. I mean, I really don't understand it that deeply. I would love to one day, but I am just not at that level right now. So it is awesome to have someone that can do all that hard work and provide it for free. I mean, how generous is that from Bill? So so some of us, can take those and just drag them in and get a really really nice image. So this is it. I hope that uh, you're still here with me, and I know these are very long videos, and yeah, just please check out my channel. Check out my website. I have more pictures there of other nebulas. Um, and if you're interested in just following me and the work that I do, just subscribe here on YouTube. What I really want to do is, and why I did this project is to take the Skywatcher Star Adventurer and push it to levels um, that it's not that it's not designed for that. It's just that it's not known for taking these long exposures. And if you do things in a certain way, you can. And that's all again, and that's all in the first video that I posted. Um, so the next video, it's going to be on how I capture this image, and hopefully, you subscribe so you can see that video. And anyways, I think I'm done. I'm done rambling so much. Thank you for watching and sticking around. Please make sure you grab this document. This thing is very helpful. And feel free to share your feedback. If there's anything that I can improve in this document, please feel free. In the document here, you're also going to find you have my website, my YouTube channel, my Google Drive, what's in my Google Drive, and yeah, this is awesome. I'm very happy. I'm actually going to save this picture because I really, really like it. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Clear skies.